Alright, here we go. Alright guys, it's been a while since I've uploaded the video. Here we go with the new view. Over the last 77, 78, 79 days since I posted a video, you guys have been showing some great support, a lot of subscribers, a lot of comments, even on videos I've posted, months ago. And I created this channel, well, the regen / spark of this channel happened a year ago when I bought this car and I started modifying it. But since the last 2 months, really since the turbo kit, we've had a couple of upgrades. So let's go ahead and get into that. New parts on this car, we have the intake manifold that we got from China, and then it came with the port injection rail. We got reflex installed. We have a custom fuel line kit. Not really a kit, I made everything with Boost Fiend Garage to get everything working. We have a flex fuel sensor back there. Obviously with the motive reflex, we're running the bar sensor because that is critical. I made the video on the Ross Racing kit, that's been doing fine. Turbo kit's been doing fine. So regarding the intake manifold, we do have the IDX 1050 injectors, so that's been working really well. I did these wires, the power and ground, ended up getting pinched in here, and it caused the reflex breaker to short out. So if you have that problem with your reflex breaker going out, it's probably because one of your injectors got pinched or one of these wires are messed up. So that is the initial setup of the car right now. Nothing else really new has changed. I guess we can kind of move on to the reason why I really haven't made a video in the last 2 months. So in the last 2 months, I've been working with Hussein and Alex from Racebox. They're located out in Houston, Texas. The reason why I chose them for my tuning platform is because they're somewhat local, just had really good reviews coming from customers of Racebox. I went with them, got set up with EcuTech, so we got rid of boot mod, whatever it's called, BM3, and we're running EcuTech. We started some tuning. We were on 93, just base map, daily driving, and then we started bumping it up to E30, E40, E60, kind of figuring out what the duty cycles and the pressure was looking like within the fuel system. A lot of people say the TU pump is capable of, E50-ish blends, but that's on a stock turbo with just regular, direct injection. We're running port injection and we're pushing more power, more air, more PSI. So we're running out of fuel at E40. Right now we have it set at 26 PSI and we are cutting fuel. So I have a solution, and we're gonna bring the camera down for a second. We moved the camera down and in the garage real quick. So this is a package from PFS. I'm gonna be posting, I don't know, probably in this video, an unboxing of this new low pressure fuel pump. So let me go ahead and carefully bring this out real quick. There we go. This is the low pressure fuel pump. This is going to be essential, especially if you go bigger turbo. Just no questions about it. You're going to need a bigger fuel pump. So the great thing about PFS is this is a plug and play solution that you don't have to wire a hop switch. You don't have to wire reflex to it to trigger it. This is all plug and play. It uses these stock connectors that you just plug into the top, and everything should work from there. Have I installed a low pressure fuel pump? No. Am I gonna figure it out? Yeah. I don't think there's any videos on a G series style pump. So this is actually meant for, like a G80, a G20, G30. I believe the F97, so the X3 M, they all use this G style low pressure fuel pump. So a great thing about this, I'm pretty sure I'm going to mention this in the unboxing video, this pump is capable of 800-ish horsepower, I believe they said, on E98. So if you're running like, I believe like E85 or E80, E60, you can probably push more power as long as you have the octane to support it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it also said, like, I think it was on like race fuels, so probably like, 1R or whatever those race fuels are. Could support up to 1,000, which I don't know how that works. But yeah, this should be enough to push the power we need. And again, shout out to Chris. He sent a lot of goodies with this. Right now, I think I'm making around high 5, mid 5 with the fuel cut on 26 PSI. On E40, we can definitely go up to full E or even like E60 and push even more power. Again, we're gonna be limited by the trans to about 700 horsepower, which is about, anywhere between like 600 to 650 torque, because the ZF8, the HP50, 51 all-wheel drive, they kind of tap out around 600 to 650 torque. Again, this is high mileage, so I'm gonna guess on the lower end of like 600, maybe even 580 torque. I'm not really gonna down this car. I don't really have the money to dyno. So I think we should get going on the install. So here we go. All right, welcome to the trunk. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna unplug the battery, because you know we don't want electrical stuff going crazy, especially with fuel. It's probably gonna end up spitting everywhere if it wanted to. So let's go ahead and get a 10 mil, which I don't think I have. Do I have a 10 mil in here? I do have a 10 mil. So we have a 10 mil. All right, I'm back. I need to get a flathead to kind of, you know, you gotta turn the two locking plastic pins. Pop that open. Negative is undone. Now we are disconnected from the battery. All right, so the next thing to do would be to remove this bench. Kind of find the popping points, get these seatbelts out of the way. Should slide right out, and then we'll just kind of push it up and down. I don't know if we'll have enough space in this ball. Should be enough space. I pray it is. I do not feel like disconnecting the seatbelt. Oh, sorry. Okay, so good thing I'm recording with the iPhone, because my camera keeps on overheating, and it's in the shade. That's how hot it is in Texas. There's no airflow or nothing. It's probably about 95 degrees right now. So let's go ahead and take these off. Let's not lose them. Wow, there's so much trash back here. I've never taken off the rear bench, so it's a bit messy. Okay, so 5 10 mils taken off, and then we can take off this top hat. After the top hat is off, there's a foam seal around it. Don't know if I can really change the camera angle. Actually, yes we can. So we have this off, have this kind of out the way. Sorry, camera. So top hat is out the way. And then we have 2 plugs. So good thing I don't have my pick tool with me, which I should. It should be one of those push down and kind of get out the way deals. There we go. This connector's out. Same thing on this one. Push down and pull up. There we go. Out of there. Top hat is out the way. You could use a flathead and a mallet, but I went on Amazon and ordered this little key thing. It's a universal top hat remover. Let's see if it works. Regardless of what happens, I'm gonna just use it. Sorry, but I'm gonna return it. I have no more use for this. So how would this work? Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Half inch. Click that in. Oh, it's like on the outside. Okay. I see. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. All right, got that off. Not gonna lie, kind of painful, but I'd rather do that than hammer away for 30 minutes. Bro, it smells like mad fuel in here. Okay, there, not bad. All right, let me go get a towel, because next thing we're gonna do, oh my gosh, I got dirt everywhere. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off, the, I guess the outlet. Fuel could go everywhere. I also have gloves I'm gonna put on, and I'll be back. Okay, so gloves on, pink towel, because this is a towel that we have in my garage that we're not going to use for any bodily cleaning. So there are 2 white clips. I think oh, it's like a lock ring. Okay, so you pull them apart on both sides and then pull out. Make sure let's not lose this. Just pull it out while we can. There we go. Have the white clip. Make sure you save that out of the way. And fuel will probably come rushing out. You're at Okay. I think we use a flathead to pry it up, maybe. Nope, there's not enough space there. Oh my gosh, that dude. Okay, so like there's like barely any ethanol in here, like E30, but it is strong. I can't tell. Are you supposed to push it in? Oh, okay. So yeah, this black, this is the outlet. It's a push in on this big rectangle. Push in on that, and then it'll come off. I'm an idiot. All right, got that off. Let's try and get as much fuel out of there. Didn't really squirt anything out. And then we can move this out the way. Kind of move the lock ring out the way too. Don't want this big dusty piece to be everywhere. And then let me get this towel laid out. Okay. Have the new fuel pump ready. I'm gonna put this on the ground out here so I can easily transport the old fuel pump into the box so it won't make a huge mess because it will be pretty leaky. So let's bring out this top hat. Not dump the fuel in there. Let's see what connectors we're gonna have to undo. Seems like everything that it wants is already on here. The only thing we gotta do is take this top piece off, which can easily move to the new one. Yeah, I can't tell. It's like some kind of wire. Wait a minute. What is this wire for? I don't know. Don't know what that wire is for. Oh, we actually do utilize, utilize the, so if we look under here. When I went to grab the camera, I guess I clicked the volume button and it basically stopped recording. You know, it was hot. I wasn't thinking to like double check if the camera was recording, which it wasn't. So, I mean, the pump's installed. I'm gonna go through what the steps kind of were once I stopped the camera. I have the fuel pump right here. I have a kind of pretending like this is the fuel tank on this paper, front and back. Hopefully it's, you know, you guys can get kind of the view that I was seeing. It was hard to see in there. The camera wasn't angled very well. So hopefully this will give you a good representation of what the removal and install kind of looked like. And as you can see, I ran out of gloves literally with this install. I went to like 5 pairs on my left hand. Throw those in there. Okay, so let's do a small little recap. So you take the top hat off the lock ring. Make sure you don't lose the O-ring. There is a fat, thick green O-ring underneath the top hat right here. This is the old fuel pump. I was gonna order a new one, but I guess it's back ordered everywhere, so I didn't order a new one. I just canceled the order I was gonna get. Yeah, I just utilized the old one. We already disconnected the feed. We removed this sensor, and then we also removed this plug, okay? They're all like little push, you push the middle of the plugs and they come out. Boom, got these off. Next, you are going to remove this third plug. We do reuse that one. Just make sure you don't break anything. This is fuel. These wires are fine in fuel, so don't worry if you drop it inside of the fuel tank. So grab this third one. I believe it's 3 prongs. So, but I think that only 2 wires came out of it. It was a black and green one, similar to this up here, but it's not as fat as this 3-prong wire. We do reuse that one. It'll hook onto this main part right here. Just unhook it from here because it comes out, it hooks into back here, and then it hooks into here. Just undo that. After that, this top hat is completely free. Okay. I believe the fuel tank is angled like this front to back. No, it's angled like this. Yeah, like that. That's how it's angled. So if you're working from the side of the door, behind the passenger seat, you're hanging out the door, this is what it'll look like. To remove this as easy as possible from the fuel tank, it's gonna be really hard to do it with the fuel hanger or the fuel level sensor still on. So while it was in the tank, what I did was, you just have to do your best to pop it off. It just slides right off. It might be a little hard, but it slides right off, okay? Once you get that out, take the level sensor out, and then this will slide out so much easier. When I was taking this out, I was like, bro, why is this thing stuck in there? And you're also wondering, how does this fuel pump stay in place? It clicks into the tank, okay? So if you look at the bottom of this, there is kind of like it looks like something would go here, like a bar, right? And then on this side, it looks like something kind of clips in, right? Yeah, it does. When I took this out of the tank, I literally just yanked it out. I got the bucket out. It was actually clipped into the fuel tank itself, so you have to pull up, but it like just unclips from the entire fuel tank. And then from here, should be able to pull out the bucket system. You do have to undo this right here. This quick release, knowing very little of what could happen, could have been bad. Yeah, I just yanked it out until it just unclipped, and then I took it out very easily. So yeah, that's all there really was to it. One last thing, when you take out another feed, this black portion right here is what draws in fuel from the other side of the tank, I believe. Because there is a fuel filter in here, along with the pump, obviously. This is what grabs fuel from the other side of the tank. This one, I think it was one of those pullback and pulls. I don't know, it's easy. If you know about cars, this is gonna be an easy, quick disconnect to take off. So yeah, take that off, take off this 3-prong, and you're free. And obviously take this off when you want to remove this bucket. I believe that is all. And then going into the install process, everything is reversed. The only thing that I spent like 20 minutes on was trying to clip in the tank. So what you want to do is the part where it has a flat line, you want to hook that in place first, and then I put my finger right here where it's flat so I don't damage anything. And I was just kind of wiggling and pushing down and kind of pulling this way so the bar could kind of, you know, align itself. And this clip, it's an angle clip where it's like this, and then it seats in like that, and then it clips on. I guess I broke mine, I don't know. I don't know where this went, whatever. But yeah, you're going to hook, and then boom. And you can put in the fuel tank with the hanger on the new one. It's so much easier to slide in than it is to take out. Be aware, if you really don't want fuel in your hands, use some dishwashing gloves that go up to your elbows, or some kind of, you know, rubberized gloves that go up to your elbow. The silicone gloves, or latex gloves that I use, or nitrile, they didn't really do anything. So yeah, everything is in a reverse. Just make sure everything is plugged in, everything is clicked in, all the way from the bucket to the connectors to the feed lines. And then I think I go over the video of everything else. I hope this makes it more clear of how to install and uninstall the OEM one, install the new one. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below. There's not a lot of videos on G-chassis low pressure fuel pumps, so here you guys go. All right, so after about like 5 different pairs of gloves, feeling a rash on my left hand because I'm probably reacting to the fuel, because these gloves like ripped like 20 times in there. Be aware of how you take out the pump, because it actually clips into the bottom of the fuel tank, and it needs to clip in, or else like it'll be flying around everywhere. You won't get accurate fuel readings, and who knows what else could happen. So take your time, get a flashlight, and actually finagle and check to see where it lines up. And it basically, I'll show you real quick. What you're gonna do is this end will hook in, and then this side is like an angled teeth. It'll hook in and clip on. You gotta be like push along the plastic housing to get the most amount of leverage, and it should be good from there. This is all clipped in. That line is good. So all we gotta do is work with the top hat. I'm gonna leave the top on for now. The whatchamacallit, this cap. go ahead and plug in this plug, which goes right there. Boom. Let's put the sensor back on, which just clips in. Clip that in. Don't know if y'all saw. Make sure this yellow looking wire or connector plugs into this spot. It's only one spot. And then everything else can drop in. Make sure, I'm an idiot. We fit this around here. We can, because it's an old gasket. Let's line that up with where it's supposed to sit. Freaking $30 gasket that I'm not going to be spending. I'm gonna be asking for a refund on one I just ordered. So I'm gonna drop the top hat. Is this one you fit on? Okay. Yeah, O-ring's good. I mean, the O-ring is healthy. I just wanted the new one. Yeah, that's good. Let's put the lock ring on. So it was a lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. It's tight, but it wasn't how it was OEM. I think it's gotta go more. There's some like, go over. There we go. Now we're locked in. Don't worry, it's all like steel on steel parts. Let's plug in our connectors. Or no, not yet. Make sure you have your white clip so we can lock this in. Cap, put that on, clip, lock, good, and then connectors. That one clips in. Bada bing, bada boom. Only took about 45 minutes in this Texas heat. Dude, I'm gonna take like 10 showers and still smell like fuel. This is ridiculous. So yeah. All right, we got all 5, nothing else missing. We have everything. Boom, and then let's tighten this down with the 10 mils. And I thought this, I'll be surprised if my car doesn't smell like fuel. All right, nice and on there. Dude, I am drenched. I don't know if you can see this. My seat's all dirty. I am pretty drenched. It could be worse. Luckily, like half my body's in the shade, so I'm not like pouring sweat, but my body is like wet. Let's put this bench back on and then wrap things up. I'm also gonna go plug in the battery, make sure fuel primes up. I'm gonna do some test pulls later tonight when it's a lot cooler. Also, there's an E30 in tank, so I'll probably put like E40 in it because I'm on the E40 map right now. Test it at 26 PSI, run some logs, and then we'll compare an old log, that the current map that I'm on, but just on the old fuel pump, and then we'll compare it to the new one. Mainly, we'll be looking at duty cycle. I'm not sure really, I'm not a tuner, but I'm pretty sure the E-blend, along with how much fuel pressure we have, will depend on duty cycle. So really though, we'll be keeping an eye on the fuel pressure with the reflex sensor for a 10 bar thingamabobber, and yeah, I'm dying. Before we plug in the battery, I forgot one essential part. Got some glass cleaner on here. Clean this up. And then let's put on PFS. Boom. Nice. 85 only. I'll talk to my tuner about that. Car starts up, nice and fine. No leaking. Got no codes, just the open hood, door open, blah blah. Yeah, just hood open, door open, set time, whatever. Unplug the battery. But yeah, let me close the hood and then we'll transition to later footage.